if somebody always makes you the fall guy, who is the fall guy? We have an issue.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I heap the whole thing on your head.
Oh, that's the fall guy.
That's the fall guy.
Okay.
You're always guilty of everything. Then there are a few things that we also need to learn. This person that I'm relating with or that I am getting into a relationship with, what's this person's relationship with his or her friends? What's this person's relationship with his or her family members? If you have a guy who doesn't have respect for his sister or his mother, and you as a lady are dealing with that kind of a guy, you're already in soup.
No go area.
If you are dealing with a guy who believes that every house chores must be carried out by the woman, it's none of my business, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble. If you're dealing with a guy who is who believes in male chauvinism, we should exact power as men, you're in trouble.
Red flags.
Now, the same goes with women too. You are dealing with a woman who believes that, okay, I should be treated like a lady, I should be this, I should be that. You're beginning to relate more into feminism. You are also in trouble. Or you deal with a lady who also believes that, I know, you talk to the sister and she's like, I beg, leave her. That's how she is. The mother, just be managing her. Then you should know that something is wrong somewhere. People would always relate with you, sometimes with the same energy or with a good energy like they relate with their own family members. So you need to watch it. It becomes a sign for you. If a person is like, okay, every time he talks, I need to help my sister sort this. I need to help my sister sort that. I don't believe she should be doing that by herself. I think I should be there for her. He's also going to see you like his sister and he's also going to take care of you that way too. And vice versa. It goes both ways. So these are some of the things we need to look at. Forget important dates about you. I don't know to which school you belong. Because these are things that we should not joke with about ourselves. And lastly, I think I want to talk about empathy. Empathy is, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Simple. Let's just leave it that way. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? That way, if you feel what I feel, then maybe you'll be able to relate with how I feel concerning a thing. If I say this thing is bad, and for you it's not bad, but maybe if you try to like feel what I'm feeling, even if you do not necessarily accept it's bad, but because you feel I'm not receiving it well, you're like, okay, maybe we'll have to find another way to deal with it. So I think that should be that about red flags. It may be an inexhaustive list sometimes.
Yeah, it is, but
because
there's this one I want you to deliberate on.
Okay.
Money issue. When a guy is stingy, you know, some people, if you knock hammer like this, they have
let me come in at that point. Now, there is this thing I don't like.
Okay.
And I'm going to be very clear about it. I don't know, some schools of thought may not agree with me, but this is how I will talk to my own daughter. I have a teenager as a daughter. So definitely in just a matter of a few years, she might be coming to me with the same question. The guy is not your ATM. Please. That's how I will tell my daughter. That is what I will tell my daughter. You are my daughter. For those that are still with their parents, it is my duty as your father to take care of you. I should not leave your care to another guy who you are not married to.
Okay.
So it is when I'm failing in my responsibilities as a father that you now begin to look at another man, that you are now beginning to talk about stingy or not stingy. Sometimes that is where it starts from. Now, the second part of it that you need to clear is probably the lady may not be a lady that is still under her parents, probably a properly matured lady, maybe a lady in her 30s, for example, or a lady that is working. I will still say the same thing. You are now meant to take care of yourself. The guy is not your ATM. If you need money, go and work.
Okay.
Now, what do I now do with the guy?
Yes.
Beautiful.
A stingy guy.
Before you go to stingy, please.
Stingy.
I'm not going to stingy yet. Before you get to stingy,
Okay.
look, sometimes stingy is perception. Yeah, sometimes stingy is perception. I will explain it. Now, when you now have a guy as a lady, because you're telling this to me as a lady, when you now have a guy who feels like, okay, I'm working, she's working, I'm doing better. Sometimes, the funniest thing is the guy doesn't even need to do better than you are. He doesn't necessarily need to do better than you are before he offer. And maybe once in a while he comes, he gives you something. He gives you gifts. He goes out, he buys you flowers. He goes out, he's coming back, and then he's coming to your place. He offers you something. Your birthday, he offers you something. You can't describe. I don't see you describing such a person as stingy.
No, that's not the. There are some people hammer, knock it.
And it goes, and this kind of thing goes both ways.
Yeah.
And when a person that you are in a relationship with has a major need, I think whether you are the lady or the guy, you should have some contribution in it. Now, the contribution is not by force. You shouldn't kill yourself to do it. If you can't make one, at least make the next one. Let it not be said that each time I have something to do, you are not in it. This is how we need to deal with these things.
The reason why I'm saying that's stingy, normally when a girl starts dating, there are little things the guy is expected to do. No, because if you're not mature, why? Because you're dating another girl, you are bringing a responsibility to yourself. From my own opinion, like hair, you have to make your girlfriend's hair, creams, little stuff like that. If you cannot do the little stuff, how can you do the big stuff?
Unfortunately, I don't want to agree. Yes.
Okay, why would
I don't want to agree.
So he shouldn't make you see the girl hair today.
Hold on. I don't want to agree.
Okay,
and
why?
I have my reasons.
Okay.
Look, do we now say that a guy who is not employed is undeserving of love?
No. There are some guys. That's not my own definition of being stingy that I'm talking about. Some, even with the little they have, they make so much effort. With very little, even some that is not employed.
Now let me say it this way. There's nothing wrong in a guy saying, okay, this is the lady I'm in a relationship with. I don't like your hair, go and make it, and it gives you money. There is absolutely nothing wrong. Where I come from, it is a plus for you. Even when the lady goes to make her hair and she comes in as the man of the house, I like this hair, oh yeah, come and kneel down here, let me spray you money. You make light of those things.
Yeah.
It's something that brings liveliness into the relationship. But a situation where you now feel like I'm into a relationship with the guy and you're saying compulsorily he must pay for hair, compulsorily, I do not
I'm not saying
take
that as well.
to that.
No, I'm not saying
But
that as
for male, he should be able to appreciate. And sometimes some people look beyond such things. I know people that their heads are functional heads. You do fine hair.
No
Okay.
concern them.
But you know the funniest thing? He will look at you. You're supposed to by now be writing your ICANN. Let's say you're an accountant, for example. Why haven't you registered? Anyway, I know we discussed this before. I just got you the form, so please go and start attending classes. His head is not in your hair.
Yeah.
His head
That
is in
not
some
a
other
stingy
things.
guy. That's not a stingy guy.
So we
Stingy guys now.
should begin to look at things that way.
Yeah. But stingy guys, they don't do anything. Instead,
So
they want to take.
That is a flag. That is a flag. We should
So
be able
beware
to.
of stingy guys. It's a red flag.
Hey. So, but I would say that we should be supportive of one another.
Yeah.
We should both be supportive. We should both be supportive.
So there are
of each
also stingy ladies as well, that you want to do something, even in a relationship, you want to do something, and your money is not complete, and the girl has it, he can't contribute. It's a red flag too.
So we should look at things like that. All right. So
Yellow flag.